Hello, my lovely Libras. This is Brandy with Fates of Three Tarot, and thank you guys so much for being here with me. I am doing your Scorpio season energy check in. So, we're going to find out what the cards have to say about all that, right? First, we've got Lost and Found. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the Lost and Found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. Okay. And we've got celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out and dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. Oh my. Okay. Well, depending on how your reading goes, I will probably dive into the Oracle book and give you more on that towards the end of this reading. I want to get your cards out there, though, for those that just want to see kind of the general gist of what's going on. Okay. Looks like you're finding a part of you involving a lot of happiness and coming together. Getting out there and socializing again. You were holding yourself back about something. Okay. Libra, Scorpio season energy check in, please. Thank you. I do want to say a huge and quick shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Our channel is growing. The information, the messages are getting out there, and it's because of each and every one of you. Your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscriptions, they're helping us to grow and helping the messages get to who needs to hear them, which we greatly appreciate. That was the whole reason we did this. There are several readers on this channel. Right now, you're mostly going to be dealing with me, Brandy, but you will see the others again. Life's been a little chaotic around here, and that's all part of the ebbs and flows, right? Okay, you will hear me say he, she, they, them, king, queen. It's a masculine or feminine energy that I'm picking up on, not necessarily gender involved in a situation. But I did want to express my gratitude. And yes, I'm circling right back to that because it's amazing to me. It truly is phenomenal. Okay. If this doesn't resonate, please leave it on the table for whoever was supposed to see it. Cross watchers are always welcome, and energies can be reversed. I'm hearing I'm done. Okay. All right. Death. Six of Pentacles, which I'll have to dive into. Tower. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. King of Swords. Five of Cups. Let me find out which direction this is going, and I'm hearing to use my pagan deck, which I haven't used in a while, so I'm kind of curious. Tell me about Libra's Six of Pentacles, please. Libra's Six of Pentacles, thank you. Am I holding my deck upside down? No, I'm not. Okay. Got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse once again. The Ace of Wands. The Two of Swords. Okay. Thank you. All right. Needing to let go of something, needing to have enough information to make this decision and do what's best for you. This is having trust, having faith that you're going to make the correct choice. You're not wanting to make this choice, but you're feeling drained. This was not an equal give and take situation. This was somebody breadcrumbing, giving you just enough to make you stick around. And it's like you kept hoping. You kept having that fire and that determination and that energy and that inspiration to hold on to this and hope it was going to grow and turn into what it could have. But now you're having to make this choice. It's like, I didn't want to have to let this go. I wanted it to bloom and success, but it's time to accept what is, that this is an ending, that this needs to be a closed chapter. Let it go, release it, mourn it so that it can be something growth, prosperous, beautiful, turn into something better. Okay, this is Scorpio energy for me, by the way, with the death card. If you are trying to delay making this choice, the reason I usually look into these Six of Pentacles is because I have a problem with an equal give and take situation when there is a person giving, okay, a person that's receiving, and a person that's begging. For me, that is not equal give and take. Not all of my decks are this way. I do look into these cards about 95% of the time, unless it's a very clear energy direction I'm going in. So this is telling me that this is not, somebody didn't put forth effort and time and energy the way they should have. They were being lazy and only giving what they had to. They had no intentions of putting forth more. It's a lack of quality. Could be dealing with somebody that's just, if this concerns work, to put it bluntly, is half-assing the job because they just have to. Putting in just enough to just keep it going because they got bills to pay and they don't feel like going to look for something that's going to do better. Um, Lack of motivation, lack of passion, delayed blockages, lack of energy, exhaustion, needing to make this choice based on the information you already have at hand, baby. You know already. You already know. You just didn't want to face it. You didn't want to open your eyes and have to do this. You've known it was coming. This tower is a sudden change. It's going to be impactful. It's going to be knocking things down to the foundations. It is probably disaster and upheaval and destruction. Not, I mean, it's going to be chaotic. Don't get me wrong. This is going to rock your world, and not necessarily in a good way, right? Behave, Brandy, behave. But it is going to be traumatic and an upheaval and a huge change in direction because it's time to be able to focus again, get back to your high qualities, get back to being motivated, get back to commitment and dedication and accomplishment because this has been affecting all sorts of things in your life because it's just draining you. It's like it's draining your heart space and your spiritual space and your mind, and it's just sapping all your energy. King of Swords is saying, I'm cutting out what's no longer serving me, just like that queen will. Dealing with integrity, morality, high standards. Very logical. Be straight up with me. Tell me how it is. I'm not going to keep playing around with this bullshit. Five of Cups. Those three spilled cups that are needing. You've got time and emotion and energy invested into this. I feel it. I can feel what is involved with letting this go. Okay? And it's a lot. But it's spilled. It's all over the ground. You can't just scoop the sand up and put it back in the cup. It's not going to work. You have to mourn this, allow it to go, right? You don't want to stay in this apathy, this depressed, indifferent, discontent state. It's time for your happy again. There are two full cups behind you, right? You're not to a point of turning around and grabbing those cups yet. But this is saying not all hope is lost. It's not ending with this. Okay? This is just a new start at something different. It is making the choice to let this go so that something better can come in. And if you do not choose to do this on your own, a tower is going to do it for you. Tell me about the tower, please. Tower. It's time for you to get your energy back and get back to being you. Judgment. Yeah. Everything's going to be out on the table. All the information, it's going to be blunt and in your face, and it's going to hurt. And it's going to be devastating to parts of you because you're going to be looking directly at the truth and having to face it. It's going to put you in an awakened state, self evaluation again, finding your purpose, though. refinding yourself, baby, right? This could speak of someone coming back in from the past. It may remind you of who and what you used to be and how you used to be and how you used to glow and shine. And like, what is going on with you, Libra? This isn't right. Something's not right. And realizing how far you got off your path, how you've lost parts of you. Tell me about this Five of Cups, please. But you've known it for a while. You've been feeling it. Five of Wands, competition, conflict, people hitting each other upside the heads with sticks because they're not communicating well. Needing to be on the same page, sit down and listen to one another so that instead of going separate directions, everyone's coming together to fulfill a purpose. Again, with the communication. There's no need to be rivals in this situation. This may be a third party situation you're dealing with that you suspected, and it's coming out that it truly is. I am so sorry, baby, if that's the case. But this is information being shared. It's all coming out into the open. But you're going to make the logical choice, and you're going to do what you need to do because that's what you do. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, please. Going into calmer waters, right? Being able to rejuvenate. That way you can get back to doing what you do so well. Putting out that high quality work, investing in yourself, that self-sufficiency, the high standards, the learning about something new and mastering your craft, skills, talents, all of that, the commitment, the dedication, the accomplishments, all of that that's been thrown to the side while all of this was going on, while this other had your attention, was pulling you away slowly and gradually until you were like, how did I even get here? All right, let's see what these fairies are talking about. Lost and found. Lost and found fairy collects lost treasures and keeps them for a rainy day, revealing them when they're needed most. She's attracted to shiny things and often keeps company with magpies and crows, for they too have a keen eye for things that sparkle. If you see these birds, the fairy's probably nearby. If you've misplaced something, either materially or spiritually, call on this helpful fairy to find it. She will often leave little hints, tips, and clues. She may remind you to be practical, for example, if you've lost your keys. Retrace your last steps in your mind. Where were you when you last saw them? This fairy often appears in the autumn and winter time. In autumn, animals often bury food ready to sustain themselves during the colder months, and seeing them do this could be a sign to stash away things that will sustain you too during this period. Because it's going to be cold and it's going to be hard and it's going to be harsh. So make sure you have what you need for when this hits. Okay. Back to that. Now, these could be material things such as food and money. Remember, it's a very practical fairy, or you might stash away cherished memories inside your heart and tap into them whenever you need a spiritual boost. This fairy also reminds us that it's okay to lose things. Perhaps you never really needed them anyway, or their time and purpose has been served. It's no use crying over spilt milk. Could also be the message she brings. Let it go, get a cloth, and clean it up. Then go get you some more milk if you really need the milk. And this celebration, this is because you're going to be renewed. It's you're going to find that happy and that celebration and that fulfillment once again. But let's see what it says. An invitation to a special occasion could be on the way. It's time to put on your dancing shoes or be ready to kick off your shoes and dance in bare feet in nature. Have you been working too hard recently? Perhaps you've forgotten what it's like to have fun. It's so easy to get wrapped up in work and in the more mechanical and mundane activities of daily life, which means we often forget to prioritize essential fun time. This card reminds you that it's time to celebrate. Whether you go out or stay in, perhaps you could invite some good friends around and host your own party or even a fairy ball. Even when times are challenging, there's always something to celebrate. Definitely remember that. Be grateful for the little things because sometimes that'll get you through the darkest of nights. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Refocus. You don't need an official reason. Just being alive is more than a worthy cause for celebration. Dance, rejoice, and celebrate life in all its magical glory. Do you have a birthday soon, or is there a special anniversary coming up that may have slipped your mind? Always make sure you keep a diary to mark down special occasions so you never have to miss a thing. And have your party clothes ready just in case you've received an unexpected invitation. It's good to be spontaneous as that's where always an extra sprinkling of fairy dust and magic is. Fairies are excellent at celebrating. They find the fun even in little things and need no excuse for a party. The energy of celebration is around you right now. Okay. I hope this has brought you some clarity and some insight and some focus as to what's going on for your Scorpio season, Libra. Make good choices for you. Do what's best for you, baby. Always. Until next time, be healthy, be happy. Ta ta.